Kamala Harris is the first major party nominee in American history who fundamentally rejects freedom and embraces Marxism, communism, and fascism. You're learning about this, you'll find out nobody knew who she was.
She embraces communism, Marxism, and fascism all at once. And you know, this really pisses me off because Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans around him were saying that Democrats were the divisive ones after he was almost assassinated, saying that we caused it, when Donald Trump's entire bombastic entry into politics was calling his enemies nicknames, saying Obama wasn't born in America, and now claiming that VP Harris, who by the way just recently turned black, in quotes, is a communist, Marxist, fascist. Donald Trump doesn't know what he's talking about, and I would love to see a journalist press him on this because he will call us groomers or communists or Marxists, but he is the one who wants to strip away our freedom. He is the one who wanted to subvert democracy and pressured his vice president into picking fake slates of electors, and he says that Vice President Harris is against freedom because she doesn't want companies price gouging and wants more people to have health care. It is ass backwards.
As we gather today, we have an economic disaster on our hands.
All right, that was Donald Trump glitching out on stage at the Economic Club of New York, where he's giving a speech that turned into an absolute disaster. Throughout the entire speech, he sounds monotone and old, and honestly, I think the entire crowd fell asleep because there are points where he's clearly expecting applause for his usual platitudes, but the audience is completely silent. They do nothing. They don't clap, they don't laugh, and it's because Donald Trump is so low energy. What goes around comes around. He called Joe Biden low energy, and now Donald Trump is incredibly low energy. We have no time to waste. Let's watch some of these clips. All that I ask is that you leave a like on the video below and comment a blue heart. In this first clip, Trump gets on stage and the mics aren't working.
Chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, Kevin Hassett.
You can't hear him, and then when you can hear him, it's not like it's much better because he's just rambling and yapping about 4 straight years I took care of our economy.
American workers like I would fight for my own family. I took care of our economy like I would take care of my own company.
You know, that actually tracks because he bankrupted his company 6 different times, and then when he got into office and inherited Obama's amazing economy, he tanked it due to his failure of leadership during the COVID crisis. In this next clip, Trump is very clearly just reading off the teleprompters. I can't tell if he got a bad night of sleep, if his age is catching up to him, if he's cognitively declining, or a little bit of all three because he seems very tired. Like, this is what happens when your Adderall wears off.
As we gather today, we have an economic disaster on our hands. We have an economy in crisis, a failing nation, a nation in serious decline under the radical policies of my former opponent, Joe Biden, and my new opponent, Kamala Harris.
That is a man who does not want to be there. He does not want to be on the campaign trail, and it's incredibly obvious. I have some more clips of the crowd just remaining incredibly silent while Donald Trump rambles. I guess they don't find him as charming when he's not talking to his MAGA sycophants. It makes me sick to even say that people find Trump charming. Really quickly, I want to break down this 538 model because I am a nerd for elections. They use polling, economic, and demographic data to run 1,000 simulations, and then they take a sample size of 100. So Harris wins 55 times out of 100, or 55% of the time. That is a coin flip, but I do want to highlight some of these polls over here on the right. Time after time, we get Harris +2, Harris +4, Harris +2, Harris +6, +3, +2, +5, +6, +7. I mean, time and time again, Harris is up. Will it be enough to win the Electoral College? That is up to you guys. Can we vote? Donald Trump does the whole talking point where he says migrants are taking black jobs. I think he accidentally said this once and then decided to double down on it.
That African Americans and Hispanic American jobs are under massive threat from the invasion taking place at our border. They're taking the jobs of Hispanic Americans, African Americans, and nobody talks about it. But I won't let it happen.
Donald Trump won't let it happen. He's the one that cares about the workers. Aaron Rupar said Trump is delivering the American Carnage Speech 2.0 to the New York Economic Club, and he's being met with complete silence. That is the crazy part. Throughout all of these clips, it's just silence in the crowd.
She'll seek out and she will try and get those things if she's elected, and she may very well succeed in getting them. She recently said her values have not changed, and these have really been her values for her entire career.
He's reading like a kindergartner who can barely read. Just look at him reading.
Her values haven't changed. That's what she wants. So she told the truth. We're not going to let this happen. Communism is the past. Freedom is the future. And it is time to send Comrade Kamala Harris back home to California, where crime is rampant.
Do you think he's noticed? He's noticed that whenever he says Comrade Kamala, it doesn't sound as good as just saying her name correctly and saying Comrade Kamala. Comrade Kamala would be way, way better. Here's a clip of a monotone, sleepy Donald Trump just being met with complete silence from the crowd. This is brutal.
The highest in the world, 35%. And actually, when you add local and state numbers that were getting close to 50, but much, much higher. Nobody's ever seen. We brought it all the way down to 21%.
He literally just throws in the words nobody's ever seen. They don't even make sense anymore in context. I'm not even joking. Listen to this again. He just throws in the words nobody's ever seen when it doesn't make sense.
But much, much higher. Nobody's ever seen. We brought it all the way down to 21%.
Nobody's ever... He's a salesman who was like a salesman robot who is currently glitching and malfunctioning on his last battery.
Which everybody said was impossible to do, and I heard it from everyone. They said, you'll never be able to do that, and I got it down to 21%. I cut a record number of job-killing regulations. In 4 years, we cut more.
Oh boy, here's Donald Trump talking about Elon Musk. By the way, Elon Musk has been boosting Russian propagandists on Twitter actively. I mean, we've known this for months, but now we have confirmation that these right-wing influencers are Russian propagandists. And here's Trump saying that he is going to create a government efficiency commission, and he's going to appoint Elon Musk.
Fourth, at the suggestion of Elon Musk, who has given me his complete and total endorsement. That's nice. He's a smart guy.
Not a flex.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. It's very, very much appreciated. I will create a government efficiency commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms. We need to do it.
Elon Musk knows what he's doing when he's going in and firing his workers for striking, trying to get a fair pay, and Donald Trump praises him for that exact thing. I think every time Donald Trump gets on stage or does an interview or even speaks or posts on Truth Social, he reveals that he is losing his mind. He is rapidly declining cognitively, and he will not be fit to be president into his early 80s. He wasn't fit to be president in the first place.